I've made a few videos where I try to find the most underrated PBA bowlers of all time. These are players who have flown under the radar, and despite having solid pro careers, they often get overlooked. These are all players that I think are incredibly underrated and deserve more credit. This video, however, is looking at the most underrated left-handed bowlers of all time. We all think of the big names that were lefties like Earl Anthony, Parker Bone III, Mike Albee, Johnny Petraglia, but what about the more underrated left-handed players? I'm a lefty myself, so I thought we should give some of these lefties some love, and I've chosen 5 players that I think are extremely underrated. And we'll start off straight away with number 1, Ryan Simonelli.
Back to back, opening. The ball reads properly. Get up! Yeah. Go! This campaign. Good shot. Good shot. Yeah. That's a drop and give me 10. Through is going in front of the face. Come on, baby! Yeah! Let's go!
Simonelli has 8 wins so far and really established himself on tour by the end of the 2000s. I think Simonelli was really the person who started the urethane craze. During the Cheetah Championship in 2009, he used urethane and basically dominated the event. It's hard to believe it now, but back then players weren't using urethane on short patterns. Simonelli did, and it worked so well that others started to copy him. Rhino Page, for example, was somebody who took Simonelli's lead, but it showed the field that urethane was a great option for that type of pattern. He would lose the title match to Norm Duke, but would win his first title in 2011. He would then consistently win over the next few years, and his last title came in 2019. He's also a major champion, winning the 2015 US Open, and is one of the most underrated lefties in my opinion. Number 2, John Gant.
John Gant, 4th frame, lane 25. There we go, we got the 5th frame. Oh, he didn't back off one iota. No, the 1997 Brunswick World Tournament of Champions. Look at this one! Look at this one, Mike!
He may have only won 4 titles, but he's actually a major champion, which is something many might not know. His first title came in 1984 and his last in 1997, which was the Tournament of Champions, where he defeated Mike Albee. Gant was a solid player during his time on the PBA and is a left-hander who is extremely underrated. Number 3, Steve Cook.
Watch the knee bend also. Down with that one.
Leads now only by 15. But main thing is game is on.
Steve Cook is a 15-time winner on the PBA, which includes 3 majors. How can a 15-time winner be underrated, you might ask? Well, if you asked 100 bowlers to tell you about the bowler Steve Cook, how many of them could tell you? Perhaps only those who were around in the 80s, as that's when he won the majority of his titles. His name doesn't get brought up enough in my opinion, and he was up there with the best of them on the tour during the 80s. He's also one of the tallest bowlers we've seen on the tour at 6 feet 7 inches, and also a fun fact, he's actually the brother-in-law of Mike Albee, and Cook and Albee were 3-time winners of the PBA's Showboat Doubles Classic. Number 4, Graham Farr.
Going through the pins, carry is not an issue for him.
Farr, he isn't blinking. Another for Farr, who said Farr. That's pretty good. Big like to have back. Graham Fa. Graham Fa is one of 3 left standing for the Delaware Classic crowd.
Lane shape, all of the shape that it's trying to create is earlier. So as you put surface on that bowl, it's a question we ask ourselves after every loss.
That time he strikes.
Graham Fa burst onto the scene, winning the 2016 Players' Championship, which was only his second PBA event. He actually defeated Ryan Simonelli, who we saw earlier in the video in the title match. After that though, he did struggle on tour, and it wasn't until this season in 2025 that he won again. This season was exceptional from him, and it showed us all exactly what he knows and we know he's capable of. He had 8 top 10 finishes and 5 top 5 finishes in 2025, also ranking 4th in points and 6th in earnings. It'll be very interesting to see what happens next in his career, but I think we'll definitely see him making shows again in 2026. Number 5, Richard Wolff.
Massive workout routine, running, great physical shape on Little Monticelli.
Wolff gets the 10 to kick and a strike of his own, and in the 4th.
And I think that's the reason why he was just so successful this week.
Back-to-back jacks. He had a for Wolff. Gets the turkey to drop.
Richard Wolff never won a PBA title, unfortunately. However, he was a fantastic bowler with an almost flawless physical game. He made a few shows throughout his career, but it never translated to a win. His best finish was second in the 1995 Indianapolis Open. He lost to PBA Hall of Famer Jason Couch 256 to 223. He was a multiple PBA regional winner though, but he's definitely one of the most underrated left-handed bowlers we've seen on tour, and quite possibly one of the best to have never won a PBA title. And so that brings us to an end of this list. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below about which other left-handed bowlers you think are incredibly underrated, and you never know, I might even make a part 2. If you have enjoyed what you've seen here today, I would really appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to the channel. Well, that's going to be all from me for today, and thank you bowling fans, and see you all next time.